Hello, hello, my friends, and good morning and welcome to Wow Wednesday. I am your host, Nancy Matthews. I'm one of the founders of Women's Prosperity Network, and it is a sheer pleasure and privilege to be here with you today and introduce you to one of the members in our community, Joyce Nyairo, and we're going to be talking about Joyce's choices for your healing kitchen, and I'll bring her on in just a moment. Wanted to let you know of some of the upcoming goodies we've got in store for you at Women's Prosperity Network, starting with this Saturday, a mastermind workshop that'll be online, where Trish is going to be guiding a conversation and a mastermind on busy versus productive. So if you feel like you're so busy pulling your hair out, blah, 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 like moving in 20 directions, and you want to be more productive, efficient, and let me also mention calm and peaceful through the process, be sure to join us for that mastermind. It's included in your member benefits. And if you're not yet a member, be sure you say, yes, I want to be a member of this amazing community. And you can do that for free. And you've got other levels and other ways for you to play with us. Next week, we've got some additional trainings coming up. So please do make sure you sign up on our email list so that you'll be in the know of all the great trainings. Next week, I'm doing a special tutorial on Keep, which is a CRM, contact relation management system. We've also got a sales and marketing practice going on, lots of good stuff to support you in not only loving your life, but loving your work life and finding peace in that balance. And part of loving your life is feeling good inside and out and making it easy for you to make great choices. And that's why we have our guest today, Joyce Nyairo. So Joyce, I am so grateful to have you with us today. I know our audience is going to be delighted to meet you. I'm curious, right before we jump in, how did you come to be a part of our community? How'd you find out about Women's Prosperity Network?
Well, it has been I would say over 12 years that I was at a networking event. I don't remember which one, but your name was mentioned. And then I called in one of the Wow Wednesday calls. And your sister's wonderful sister, Susan, called me back. And at the time, I think you were highlighting the prayer of Jabez. And she told me, you know, if you read this every day, you're going to see a difference in your life. Least did I know that almost 12 years later, I would join the Women Prosperity Network.
And now be featured on the very exact call that introduced you to our community. Wow!
Isn't that a wow? Yes.
That is a wow. It's beautiful. Well, we are grateful to have you as part of our community. All of the value you bring is huge. And let's go ahead and jump in. Finding answers in your kitchen. And let me share with our audience a little bit about your vast background. So Joyce B. Nyairo was born in the village of Kisii in Kenya, East Africa. She is a polyglot, which means she speaks many languages, 4, as far as I know. And she's blessed to have traveled the world and to bring a unique and original essence to nutrition that feeds the soul. Like when I heard that, I was like, yes, I want my nutrition to feed my soul. She's the creator of Amaze, which is a 5-pillar program to balance your life, your love, and language. And she uses a proprietary system of accountability, self-management, and attraction through mirroring behaviors and to create a zest for life. She is a certified health and lifestyle coach, organic nourishment chef, and also certified through the integrative nutrition school. So she is amazing, and we're going to jump right into it. So Joyce, welcome, and let's get in the kitchen with Joyce.
Yeah.
So share a little bit about this concept of Joyce's choices, you know, for healing. How did that come about?
Okay. Thank you, Nancy, and thank you, everyone, for the opportunity to be here today. So I want to say welcome to Joyce's Choices Healing Kitchen. How did that start? I was working at the International Monetary Fund, traveling all the time. And I thought I had everything, but then I felt sick and I couldn't move anymore. I couldn't wake up. And so everybody was worried about what happened to Vibrant Joyce, what's going on? I went to so many doctors, paid so much money until I went into debt. And one time I went to this doctor at the World Bank, they usually have their own doctors. And he told me, "You are such a wonderful lady. You are attractive, but why are you so broken? What's going on?" So he said, in America, he was old. He didn't care what he was saying because he was going to retire. He said, "I'm going to tell you the truth. The pharmaceutical industry is here to get you, but your body can heal itself. But nobody's going to tell you that until they have made all the money. So I'm going to send you to Johns Hopkins University in Maryland, Baltimore. They're going to do an extensive study and see what's going on. And let's see if actually it is either stress that's killing you or you need to change your nutrition." And yes, Nancy, that was what was the problem. And that's how I started my healing kitchen. And I became my own doctor without going to school, medical school, if you want. Yes. I can hear you, Nancy.
Sorry about that. Actually, Joyce, I did not know that that was part of your journey. And how fortunate were you to have gone finally to this doctor that told you the truth, that the body can heal itself. And I often say that we need to partner Eastern medicine and Western medicine. Like, it's about working together, not, just take these prescriptions, because the kitchen has the answers. Like, we actually can do this. And when I was thinking about this, Joyce's healing kitchen, aren't our kitchens healing in so many ways? It's where the family gathers. Like, I don't know about you, but anytime I have a party at my house, everybody wants to be in the kitchen. Isn't that so? Like, that's where everything happens, and we do things together, and it feeds our soul as well as our bodies.
Yeah.
So let's dive in to some of the ways that we can start to access what's available to us in our healing kitchen. So give us some of Joyce's choices.
Okay, thank you. So again, each of my segments or whatever I've created as programs, it comes with a story. One of the stories is that when I went to the doctor, when I went finally to Baltimore, actually a Korean doctor told me, "You need to stop eating cheese." Cheese I used to have massive headaches. I would stop going to work for a couple of days. And then at the time, of course, you are women and even men are here, it's natural. I was still having my period, and it was terrible. So anyway, I was also told that my body was acidic. And so I didn't understand that. So what I did is I started doing some research. What does it mean for a body to be acidic and to be alkaline? And I discovered that vegetables, green vegetables or raw vegetables, they create an alkaline environment. Now that is when you start talking about it, if you start talking about the pH environment of the blood and all that, it becomes technical, right? So
well, I've heard this though. So what is the difference or some of the impact, between an acidic versus alkaline? So what are some of the symptoms or effects if we're too acidic, as opposed to being more alkaline? Can you describe that?
Yes. So an acidic environment is where inflammation or cancer thrives. So when you start having your knees are aching or your back and you're having this funny pain, you go to the doctor and they prescribe for you medication. They will say maybe take some Tylenol or whatever. Or if you have already gotten to being diabetic or have high blood pressure, they continue to prescribe medicine. Most of the time, they're trying medication on you. And so your body continues to be acidic. And if you are not eating the raw vegetables and choosing foods that are less acidic, or because there has to be that balance, but more alkaline is usually better. Lemon, for example, having lemon water first thing in the morning, lemon alkalizes the blood. When it's outside, it's acidic, but once it gets into the body, it changes and becomes alkaline. Hence, it cleanses your liver. And you know, the liver is your machine. It acts like a washing machine for the body. And you know what? That is what I had as a problem, liver dysfunction.
Wow. So let's pause for a moment. First tip, actually second tip is, first tip was watch your cheese intake because that can be a challenge and create inflammation. So most of what I'm hearing is many of the aches and pains we are experience in our bodies are actually caused by inflammation. And if we go back and look at our nutrition, then we can take a look at alleviating those symptoms. So watch your cheese intake. And then second tip I heard was first thing in the morning, drink lemon water.
Yes.
Question. That's the very first thing before your coffee, before your tea, anything else. Does it make a difference when you do it?
Yes, it does. And here's why. When you take it first thing in the morning, what happens is water doesn't take that long to digest like food or anything else. So it goes straight into your system and goes, more importantly, to the liver. Now, the liver works from 8 p.m. to about 4 p.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. There's an internal clock. It's called the circadian clock. And each time there's something happening. Now, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And there's so much going on inside that. So from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m., the liver is cleansing. Now, in the morning, if you give it that lemon water, it pushes it to get you to remove a waste that has been already digested and is going out. And then it energizes you too, and it has vitamin C.
So is that 8 ounces of water and 1 lemon, or like, how do I make that?
Okay. That's my best part. It can be made in several ways. And I hope that we'll be coming to class so that I really can demo that. But quickly, you take half a lemon, and if you try it anywhere, anytime, you come back and tell me, half a lemon is equals to 2 tablespoonfuls of juice.
Okay.
And if you don't have them, you're busy, right? You get your glass of water. You can get 4 ounces or a full glass and squeeze in that lemon and drink it. And just
easy.
It is
easy.
Tip here. Lemon, remember I said, is acidic when it's outside the body. When it gets, if you are using it, and you know, it can erode the enamel of your teeth. So you want to rinse with water quickly so to remove that acidic.
Ah, that is very good. I've not heard that one before. So this woman knows, and she did just mention she's actually hosting a master class in November, 2 different days. I'll give you the link to that in just a moment. And let me pause and say thank you to Roz Knight Warfield, who is keeping notes in the chat for you. So make sure that you, if you're able to access the chat. So drink lemon water first thing in the morning, room temperature or cold?
Room temperature is always good. And if you have, I have a station where my husband takes coffee. So I make his coffee, then I have my water, a kettle. If you can get an electric kettle, it makes life easy because then you can just pour it into your glass and drink it. But room temperature works as well, depending on where you are.
All right, good. Perfect. All right, so let's continue on with some of Joyce's choices. And I want to talk about organic versus non-organic, fresh fruits and vegetables. And I tend to go to the market once, maybe twice a week. And what I often find is I will go to the market and buy all these beautiful vegetables. And then my life gets busy and I don't cook as I anticipated. And then the stuff goes to waste. I don't know if anybody else has ever experienced that. Like, you know, you open the refrigerator and you go, what smells? And it's, oh yeah, it's that zucchini I bought that I haven't cooked yet, or that cauliflower, especially that. So do you have any suggestions for us around that? Yep. So you've been into it too, Joy, Roz. Yeah. And I don't like wasting. And not just the money, but the produce and it doesn't feel good.
Yes, yes. Well, Nancy, you're very right. You see, once I went to the doctor and they told me all these things, what to do, I studied organic versus non-organic at a very high level. And here is something. First of all, you have to know, what do you buy organic and what don't you buy organic? They have what we call the dirty dozen. That's 12 things that must be bought organic. And then we have the clean 15. I'm trying to save you money because my goal is to save people time and money. Now you've gone and spent your money, and sometimes you really don't, okay, this is organic. They tell you it's organic. How do you know it's organic? All those things. We can always learn this. But here's a tip. When you buy, just like everything, Nancy, you've been teaching us to schedule. I remember one class you said, write down everything. So I was writing before, but now I write everything. And I have my shopping list. I have learned what's organic, what's not organic. So when it's a journey, when I go to the store, I know when I bring it home, I prep my food. I have a time, I shred my vegetables twice a week. And I tell people that I live a bottled life. So I will shred my vegetables and put them in various bottles. And then pretty much I bake everything. And I'll show you how when you come to the masterclass. Awesome. And so it makes it easy. So you just come, but you have to have that time that you slot in. That is the time dedicated to meal prepping. Yeah. Now you're not going to feel bad that you have wasted your money, your time, and everything.
Yeah. I know that when I'm in those phases of blocking out my time, making sure I do meal prep, not only is it easier for me in the long run, it's better for my body, because then I'm not waiting till the last minute to order takeout or go to a restaurant. Lots of takeout can happen during these times because it feels quick and easy. Yeah. And, time is one of our most valuable assets, our health and our time. Yeah. And so give us some other tips. I know we're talking about meal prep. And again, Joyce is hosting a masterclass. We're going to let you know how you can join her for that, so that you can really take this to the next level, because some of the things you've shared today, Joyce, I've heard before, but I've never really locked it in. Right. And isn't it true that when we're partnering with an expert, or we have a mentor, a coach, or a guide for accountability and support, everything goes so much better. So I love that you're doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other tip is to, you have to rest. I don't cook when I'm tired. They say the energy that goes to your food, it's going to come back, because that's what you're going to eat, and you're going to feed maybe your family if you live alone. But you don't want to cook when you're stressed. So you want to look for a time in the morning. I usually cook in the morning, believe me. I cook in the morning. I'm an early bird, riser. I wake up by 5 a.m. I'm up. And so I will bake whatever I have, whatever your choices are. I just sprinkle a little bit of olive oil, put it in the oven. You can actually bake it even with salmon or whatever else you're baking, and it's done. Yeah. So that is something that I always would like people to know. And then spices, whatever you are spicing your food with. It came out in my case that spices were killing me. There is monosodium glutamate that they put in most of the things. And so you want to be careful with your spices, simplify your spices. And we will teach you all that in the master.
Awesome. Good. We've got good stuff going on here in the chat. It looks like Roz found what the dirty dozen are. And so the dirty dozen are things that you definitely want to buy organic. What are the clean 15?
The clean 15 are like pineapple, mangoes, even kiwis. But if you want to buy them organic, lemons, oranges, grapefruit, cabbage, all those are clean 15.
So you don't have to buy organic for those?
No.
Okay, awesome.
Like lemons, limes, which I emphasize all the time. You don't have to buy them organic. Pineapple, mango, you don't have to buy them organic. Kiwis, all the fruits that have thick skin. Bananas, you don't have to buy them organic. But if you're in a zone, depending on the grocery store that you shop in in Florida, I don't know what you have here. I know there is a Costco and Whole Food everywhere, but
yes.
there are other and I teach you how to shop too. So, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, let's talk a little bit about, you mentioned this, about some of the fancy kitchen gadgets we may have bought that are collecting dust. What kind of, why did you bring that up and what can we do?
Okay. I brought it up because each time I speak to people, because I meet a lot of people everywhere. I go to Whole Foods, I go to my organic market, that's what we have here in Maryland. I go to Wegmans, whatever stores you have. And, you know, I'm a sanguine. I start chatting with people because that's where I get my clients. And they will say, oh, I think I have a machine, but I don't even know where it is. Oh, okay. Now, why is it important that we have some machines? Some things, honestly, we can do without machines. You can peel your orange and eat it like that. We can do a whole lot of things, but the machines and gadgets are convenient, especially the juicing. The research shows that if the people are told to go home and die, and if they drink carrot juice, for example, they heal. So carrot juice, beets, cucumbers, all this, if you pass them through a juicer, and guess what? I do that religiously every morning, and you add lemon to it, and that is a concoction that is healing, and it will also help you to stabilize your weight, because a lot of people talk about, I want to lose weight. Right. I don't use the word weight loss because I don't like to lose. I always say, how can I stabilize my weight? And by using your gadgets that you spent money and they're taking space, they're right there, that can help you. And we show you the technique of how do you get your machines ready and how do you clean them and what you do with the rest of the I call them the remnants after you've juiced all this stuff. What do I do with that? I will show you all that. And the healing is in that, in the juices, because of the readiness to be absorbed into the system, as in not being digested per se.
Yeah, it's amazing. So what can you tell us the recipe for that little concoction that you just mentioned?
Oh, yes. I have so many concoctions. I can't wait to write my book.
Yeah, I can't wait to get your book.
Okay, so simple. A green apple, and I hope somebody's making notes, and this is something I give to everyone, and you can try it. It's one green apple, a cucumber, 2 celery sticks. If you want, you can add parsley, just 5 sprigs of parsley, cilantro, or you can grab, like, you know, your arm, your hand,
a handful.
Call it a handful. And then you want to add ginger, like an inch of ginger, and turmeric. It does a lot for your body. It's a detox, so you can have that. And these are things also that you want to have. And there's one more, lime. Now, lime works with this green drink better than lemon. Don't ask me why, but that's what I find. But for you to create your own healing kitchen, you can try these things. I make suggestions and you try them. And sometimes we try it together because we use a system that is called bio-individuality. Everybody is different. And there are certain things you like, certain things you don't like. So we give you substitutions and we help.
Yeah, let me tell you, on that note, I was working with someone many years ago, and I'm not typically like a juice or a smoothie fan, like doing juice cleanses. I'm not drawn to those, let me just say, but maybe I haven't had the right guide yet, so that's all good. But anyway, so the first couple of days of this juice were fruit based, so there was strawberries and pineapple, and I was like, oh, I can drink this. Then the third day was cucumber, celery, spinach, or kale, or something. Like, look at my face as I'm like, and I made the smoothie. I'm like, I was committed, and I was trying to drink it, and I just couldn't get it down. I was holding my nose. I was like doing so many things to get it down. But to the point of bio-individuality, I did a little bit of research, and I have my thyroid was actually removed. And so I take Synthroid, and one of the articles I found said raw vegetables that were in this are not good for my body. Like, that wasn't the best thing for me. My body was actually telling me, don't drink this.
Yes.
You know, so it sounds like when you work with people, and when we come to the masterclass, are we going to be able to ask questions to customize some of the recipes for our bodies? And
definitely, Nancy, and that's what I do best. Because when you start working with me, or when in class, the first question the first homework I give to everyone is to list their favorite foods, and also to list any condition. Of course, some people may not want everybody to know what's going on.
Sure.
That's when we do the private coaching.
Yeah.
But that's the first homework. I want to know how many medications that you're on. What are your favorite fruits, so that we can start with what you like, and then we can now customize into that. So we look into all that. Yes.
That's a great way to start, because it tends to be, if something is my favorite, it's because I like it. My body likes it. Right. But then you can also, you know, if we talk about sugary things, we could also get in that phase of being addicted to certain things that have lots of sugar in them. Right.
That is the truth. And, you know, that's why I love where I went to school, the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. They taught us all different types of, all types of different types of foods and different types of nutritional theories, because Asia, they have their own, Africa, they have their own, you know, America, we all come from different places. But when you start introducing people to this, let me tell you, my husband would be like, I'm not a cow. I can't be grazing. You're giving me too much salad.
I want the meat. Give me the meat.
So, but guess what? Today, he's convinced. He's the one who asks for the juices. He cannot leave the house without the juices, because you know why? He cannot, where he works, he is not able to sit down and eat. So it's better for him to drink. And when he drinks, especially the one that has carrot, beets, and ginger and turmeric and apple, his energy goes up. So he can't drink that in the evening, because it energizes you, and it makes your brain work better.
So good. So many answers in our kitchen, right?
So many answers in the kitchen. There's brain health, there's stabilization of our weight, but more importantly, the way you feel, Nancy. You feel so good. Now you can be the entrepreneur that you want to be, and whatever else you want to be.
I love it. I love it. Joyce, thank you so much. We're going to open up for question and answer in just a moment. So checking on information so you can register for the class. I'm going to put that in the chat. Let me take care of that. Joyce, explain what's happening for this masterclass that you're hosting. I'll give everybody the link in a moment. And then also we're here to take questions. So if you have a question or comment for Joyce, go ahead and either hit *6 on your phone, or you can unmute yourself, and then I'll be able to bring you on the screen. So Joyce, go ahead and let them know about the upcoming class.
Okay. So our master class is, of course, to welcome you to Joyce's Choices Healing Kitchen so that you can create your own healing kitchen. Or probably you have already created one and you have some questions. So because we always have people transitioning, some want to be plant-based, some people don't understand what is the difference between being vegan, vegetarian, flexitarian, and all the noise that we have out there. So we want to bring clarity. And I'm questioning, why is it that we know what to do, but we don't do it? We are too busy. And I would like to invite people to what Michael Gerber or Gerber says, that we are our first business. And if we take care of ourselves, we can then take care of others. And it takes me back to my goal and mission when I started this journey after I left working for IMF. I left prematurely because I was sick. I got sick and I couldn't do anything. So I'm wondering, why is it that we've talked so much about health and everybody's talking about health. Michelle Obama came and introduced all the goodies, but we still have obesity. We still have people who they get so busy, but they forget to take care of themselves. Yeah. I would like to reignite that. And I'm on a mission to reach your kitchens, if you allow me, so that we can be healed. Love it. And do that God wants us to do.
So good. And feel our best, be our best, all of that. So I love it. Thank you so much. And when I hear your story of where you came from, and really, so your body was dying. Yeah. You went through all of these traditional medical routes, and it was through finding the healing for your body naturally that brought you back to life. And we are grateful that you've also actually picked up the flag and say, we can all do this.
We can all do this. I don't want anybody to go through this. Yeah. I don't want anybody to go through this. And guess what? I don't feel bad saying it. I'm 65, but nobody ever says
no way, 45, girl.
And I can do my squats, I can do my jumping jacks.
I love it. Let me go ahead and let everybody know how they can continue working with you. The registration link is at amazingbalance.org/master. amazingbalance.org/master. It's just master.
I think it's masterclass, or did you?
It's master. I have it. I've been sharing it, and it's working. And Peg says the early bird price is terrific. Thank you. And it has a field for a coupon code. Is there a further wow discount? I don't think so. I think it's just created with the early bird discount because she's showcasing it here for the first time, right? Awesome. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. amazingbalance.org/master. Go ahead, get yourself registered. There are 2 dates to choose from, and let's go ahead and open up for questions. Lorna Gray, I see you've got your hand up.
Yes, Nancy, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You're looking so beautiful as usual.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I haven't been on in a while, but when Joyce told us this morning that she was going to be on, I said, oh, I got to go and support my friend.
Yeah.
Yes, because she has an amazing kitchen going on there with this juicing, and I love it. I just experienced a back pain that I have for months, and I'm telling you, Joyce's kitchen, I know she's gonna help me with this pain where they said the cartilage is like worn out and I need to rebuild it. So with her juicing, I know it's going to be a big help to me. So I thank you, Joyce. Thank you for coming on WPN this morning. And it's so it's so nice to be here. And I miss you guys. And I'm here again.
Yay!
Yes.
And you got here at the appointed time so that you could tap into the goodness that Joyce has. I'm so glad you're here. And I see you healthy, whole, and feeling fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Okay. Happy to be here.
Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and open up for our next caller, which is Dr. Smile Roz Knighton Warfield, who is loved, appreciated, valued, cherished, and most honored. I know I added something else in there. Hi, Roz.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are loved, appreciated, celebrated, valued, and most cherished.
There you go.
Hey, Dr. Joyce. I call you Joyce of Choices. You know what? I want some of that juice that's on the website. Oh my God, that juice looks so good. And it is awesome to be able to do that for ourselves. And I was doing a study this morning, procrastination and decisions. And what's really the root of the procrastination as it pertains to taking care of our temple. And I've actually, a little sad because I've had friends who are doing the work, but then the Lord has taken them, and then here I am, I'm battling this same, weight. And it's like, do we have to be forced to get ill to get it right? So what I wrote in my journal is that you got to get the accountability. So this morning, being able to know that you were the speaker this morning, the accountability, and then getting ready to sign up for the class, it's got to be a place that we've got to just start and be vulnerable to share with our sisters, our brothers, our family members. Let's rally together. Let's get this body together. Because if it houses the Holy Temple, I'm thinking mine is like my Holy Spirit must feel like, girl, you a hoarder, all this fat and cheese and stuff on the inside. But I'm animated, so I have to think that way so I can get past that. So, but Joyce, thank you so much. I love you. I love your spirit. I'm glad I'm a part of Momentum and get to see you. So this is good because I didn't know your story, but we don't have to get sick to start making the choices. We just have to start somewhere with the baby choices.
That was really good. Thank you for that, Roz.
Thank you.
And thank you for chronicling and taking notes and capturing all of the wisdom in the chat here on the Zoom. And we've got several people on Facebook that are doing the same thing. So thank you to our community for supporting one another the way that you do. I love you, Roz.
I love you.
All right, beautiful. Let's go ahead and open up for our next caller. And once again, go to amazingbalance.org/master and give yourself this gift, honor your temple, take care of yourself in these simple, small ways that we can all do. And as Roz said, let's do this now. And it's not that we're sick that causes us to have to make the changes. Let's go ahead. I think Deborah Morrison, is that you opened up?
Yes, it is.
All right, beautiful.
Thanks, Joyce. Yeah, this was very excellent, and I'd certainly heard the lemon water, and I'm quite aware of alkaline and acidity. And I'll just put a pitch out for, you may do this yourself, but I know Pat Chen offers the Nikin products, and I bought the alkaline water purifier. She'd be horrified. I don't know the exact name of it, but
it makes my water alkaline. It's the PMAG waterfall.
That's exactly
I have
what
one
it
too. I'm drinking it.
And I tell you, I did a chlorine test against that, which came out of my tap, and the shocking results were shocking. So I am doing that, and I certainly do appreciate your comments about the lemon, and I do also stress rinsing because the teeth enamel are vulnerable. Yeah. Now, what was it that you're putting in your oven? I missed that. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you again. Thank you. What vegetables, whatever vegetables that you eat, you probably can share with us. What are some of the root vegetables or any vegetables? Cauliflower, cabbage,
zucchini.
zucchini. Oh, I think that's Nancy's.
Yesterday morning, I got in the kitchen and I chopped up my peppers and onions, and I chopped up my zucchini, stuck it all in the oven. Now it's ready to go. So I did that yesterday, and my housemates wake up and say, "Oh, it smells so good in here" at 8 o'clock in the morning.
There you go. So you are doing exactly what is recommended. So whatever the vegetables, if you like, I love different colors. So I will have my red pepper, yellow, orange, onions, lots of onions. Onions don't have to be organic. Onions are very good in so many ways. So put them in there. But again, seasoning, you want to be careful with what you're seasoning. There are a lot of good seasonings out there. One of them is found in Costco. It's organic and it doesn't have all this other stuff. And that's it. You don't have to have so many seasonings that are going to, have you have inflammation, especially those with back pain.
Good. Deborah, did that answer your question?
Yeah, kind of. Well, instead of getting a pet during the pandemic, I got an air fryer, so I would do it in there. What do you think?
What I say, I don't want to say that I don't like air fryers, but what I normally do is when in doubt, I interchange, right? That way I don't miss out on anything, because your vegetables, when they are dry, they're not the same as when they have some juice in it. And again, it depends on how you like them, but I would do sometimes bake and sometimes air fry. How is that?
Okay. And then finally, how about cayenne pepper? I've understood that kind of helps from a metabolism standpoint. Is that your impression?
Yes. So cayenne pepper is not supposed to be cooked. That's a tip right there. It's not supposed to be cooked, because a lot of people put it in their food and they cook it. You want to add it to your food at the end. And yes, it's good for metabolism. It's good for pain management. It's good for many things. And we will explore that too. I actually add it to my lemon. You can add it to your lemon water or to your any other drink, but you start by little by little.
Yes.
So good.
Well,
Great
thank
questions.
you, Joyce.
Thank you, Deborah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, those are good. All right, excellent. All right, let's go ahead and we will open up for someone in the Tallahassee area, 850-766. If you're still in the Tallahassee area, I know that numbers move now. Did I guess right? Are you from Tallahassee?
Yes, this is Deborah. I am interested in your opinion on GMO versus non-GMO.
Okay. Again, we live in an era where things are changing. There's so much going on out there. I would say go for non-GMO, genetically modified organisms. You want to go for none of those, because you don't know what is in there and what it's going to do to your body. So as much as possible and as much as you want to stay away from genetically modified organism foods.
Thank you for this question, and I'm going to do a quick follow-up. How do you know if it's GMO or non-GMO? Is it supposed to be on the labels?
Yes. Most of the time, if you look at most things, they will say non-GMO, and you want to stay away from like fruits that have been put together, this fruit and another, and they mix it together, and you don't know, it's not original. So reading labels is one of the things that we teach, that you get to know. And information is a lot out there, but know where you get it from. But we do expound on non-GMO, organic, and many other, knowing natural foods and organic foods and all the non-GMOs and what they are, which ones, especially when they tell you don't eat meat, but you can go for soy. And of course, people are transitioning from whatever diet they are on to plant-based. So you want to be careful when you're doing that, and we guide you through that in our classes.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, and that's what I thought she was going to say, but I didn't know if there was like a list, like the clean and dirty, as far as non-GMO goes. But I will be on the class in November and learn more from you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Awesome.
Most
Glad
things
that.
have on their labels. You're going to see most things, especially if you go to a health store. And I don't know in your area where you are, but in my area, there are organic stores that are very strict. Whole Foods brings in sometimes conventional things and produce, and you may not know. But all those questions, we will do our best to answer them to the best of our ability.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for bringing your question and joining the masterclass that Joyce is hosting in November so that you can really take this into your life. And you can register for that at amazingbalance.org/master. Let's go ahead and open up next for Marcia Grace. Good morning. So glad to have you with us.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. I'm loving this. This is one of my favorite topics.
Oh, you're amazing. You're amazing, my friend. So glad you're here. What's your question for Joyce?
Yes, Joyce, thank you so much. I'm literally on the same page with you. I have a waterfall too, by the way.
Love it.
Yep. And so my question is, you were talking about the juicing, and I like Nancy, like you, I haven't really gotten into juicing. It's not something but I'm organic as much as possible. But you had mentioned about, you do the juicing, and then what do you do? Because maybe I missed it. What do you do with what's left over after you squeeze the juice out? I didn't hear did you mention something about that, or did I miss it?
No, Marcia, you did not miss it. I just made an allusion to it that sometimes you may not know what to do if you have not really engaged in juicing, because some of my clients or some people that I've had discussions with, they would say, for example, they feel it's a waste when you juice all these carrots and you have to throw away the remnants, or your cucumbers or your celery or whatever. Right. So a quick tip here is that once you've juiced your juice, you can drink the juice, especially the green drink. You can drink it, and the remains, you can blend them in a blender and make another drink by adding some boosters like chia seeds or flaxseed or hemp seeds or maca, whatever you use. So that we do that in an advanced class where we show you how to do all those things, because there's a progression. You start and then you grow with us in the juicing classes. So that's what you do with that. But also there's a technique when you are juicing. We'll show you many techniques. You start with like the carrots. I usually start with the green drink first, because I can always juice carrots behind that, and I don't have to clean my juicer to save time. And then I remove. You always put a bag in your whatever pocket where for the remnants. You remove it quickly and you add another one so that you have two separate bags. You can add this in so many ways. We will show you, because we do soups, we do baking, right? Yeah, and making other drinks out of it.
Oh, thank you. That's great. Yes, I was thinking to myself, geez, you could throw this in soup.
Yes,
and do that. And add all kinds of things. Oh, you just made my day. Because now I'm really.
But we show you how in class, Marcia. We show you how, because you cannot go on and put on the whole thing. Your soup will be something else. So we show you the techniques of how to make that soup taste really good, especially right now.
Beautiful. Now I feel so good, because I hate to waste anything.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, Joyce.
Come to class and we'll get all that done.
Beautiful. Thanks, Marcia Grace. Great question. Let's go ahead and open up. Barbara Ellison is up next.
Hey.
Hey, Barbara.
Hi there. How are you?
Good. Happy you're here.
Yeah, thanks. Joyce, this was great. I'm a non-cooker, so this is like, just maybe this is easy to just throw things in the oven of baking my vegetables all the time. That would be better. But anyways, my question is for the lemon water. My grandpa, you did that every day as long as, when I was growing up. The thing is, can you use like the real lemon, like the bottled juice, or does it have to be the fresh lemon, only fresh lemon?
Okay. Thanks for your question. It is recommended that you use the fresh lemon.
Mm-hmm.
That is highly recommended. And the reason is it's so simple. It's unless you're traveling. I give a tip normally.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I travel, so you don't always can't get fresh lemons. So,
well, I have 2 tips for you. And I always give this for free. It's okay. So when you're traveling, you can throw 2 or 3 lemons in your suitcase because the lemons can last and they don't get soggy. And when you get to your hotel, you can always, get somehow you can cut them up and make your juice wherever you are. That's 1. 2, at home, or you can get a bottle, but a bottle sometimes you risk it being broken or whatever. But if you pack it well, you can also use that. Or if you get to your destination and there's a Whole Foods, you can always buy that at Whole Foods and have it. So there are many ways, and those are the things that we share with you in class, and you try various things. But yes, you can have they have good selections of companies that make good lemon and lime. Though we recommend the fresh one, but there are companies out there and that make that. If you go to the health stores, they do have some, and they have a little bottle that you can carry easily.
Okay. So is there a particular brand that you use?
There's a brand called Nadison. It starts with a K, but I think they say Nadison. It's Knudson.
Oh, Knudson.
Yes.
Okay, yes, I've seen that. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Barbara. I bet you're glad you were here today.
Yeah, that was great. A
Perfect
reminder,
timing.
because I remember now, it was a fond memory because it brought, my grandpa did that absolutely every day.
Yeah. It's healing because, again, it's a tonic for the liver. And as I said before, the way I healed myself was by the help of God, of course. He gave me the insights, is that by taking that on a regular basis, my liver got cleansed. Otherwise, they were going to put me on some medications for my liver because of stress and
so good. Thank you, Barbara. So good. All right, let's go ahead and question on the website. It doesn't say what time the class is. So amazingbalance.org/master. I know you've got 2 dates on there. What time are you doing the class at?
I'm doing it at 9 a.m. to 11. 9
a.m. Okay.
Yes, 9 a.m. to 11. Sorry about that. We'll make that change.
All right.
9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
All right, beautiful.
I'm hoping that you can all make it there because I know it's early, but that's the time that is fresh.
I think that's a beautiful time to do it because that's when you were going to be prepping, and that's good. All right, let's go ahead and again go to amazingbalance.org/master, and let's go ahead and open up. We should have time for 1 or 2 more callers. 321-960. Your line is open.
Good morning. This is Jerry Blanchard.
Hello,
Joyce,
beautiful.
to do this. So I must tell you, I'm a big believer in natural products and natural way of eating. I have a tower garden, and for a lot of you must know about tower gardens. It suits my lifestyle because you can have fresh vegetables at a moment's notice. You just go cut out at whatever time, and so cucumbers, lettuce, parsley, etc. And I didn't hear any mention about the Kangen water. I have I don't know if you know the Kangen water.
Yeah, alkaline water. Yeah, and that's I have the PI Mag waterfall, which is similar to what Kangen does. I think I'm not an expert on these waters.
So I have that. And I'm trying to do everything, and plus I do a lot of natural supplements. I told you with my that I'm doing for years. And I honestly believe when they say you are what you eat, it is true, because you all know I turned 70 in July, and I go around as if I'm 20 years old, but it comes from good nutrition. I am convinced that, and I do the little bit I can, the Tower Garden and all that, but and so but I'm going to be in Joyce's class because you can never learn too much. You have to keep on learning because, to help yourself, as you age gracefully, I say. So anyway, but I said this was a great session, and I thank you for it, Nancy, for bringing Joyce on. Joyce, I'm proud of you. Well done, girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
good. Thank you, Jerry. Love it, love it, love it. Yep, there's the link again. Thank you, Jerry, and kudos to you. You move around more than I do, baby. You're awesome. Let's go. Our final caller, Darlene. Go ahead and unmute yourself. We'd love to. Joyce is here to answer your questions. Darlene Thorne.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm super excited to be here, and I've learned so very much. I, too, have a tower garden because I really want our family to be healthy. I just wanted to ask again, what do you think, and I don't know if I missed in conversation, what do you think about limes and health? I know you mentioned lemons. I've also read that limes are also good for internal digestion. What are your thoughts about that?
Great. That is a good question, Darlene, and we do get that question a whole lot. Well, they pretty much perform the same function. It's just that one of them is green, usually in the smaller, and the other one is yellow. But they perform the same. The aromas are different, slightly. And with lime, when you use it with a green drink, that's why you have to try them different, try different things. It comes out better than when you put the lemon, but the effect really is not so very different. It is the same, but the aroma and the size and the way they look is what is different. I use both interchangeably. Sometimes I use them together, but in the green drink, the recipe that I provided earlier, I use the lime, but they're pretty much the same.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this. And I too will be in that class at 9 a.m.
Awesome.
Come, let's cook and get healthy.
So good. Together. Yes, let's get healthy together. Join Joyce Nyairo for the master class in November, 9 to 11 a.m., 2 different dates to choose from. And there's a special discounted price for you as well. How much is it? I'm just curious. How much is the class?
The class is $47, but for
beautiful.
The registrants, they get it at $27.
Beautiful.
Doors close November 6th.
Yeah, so good. So go ahead and register. Go to amazingbalance.org/master. And my friend Joyce, thank you so much for being in this community for 12 years. Wow Wednesday was how you got the entree to Women's Prosperity Network. And here you are today, bringing us so much value in a big way. I love you and honor you, my friend.
I love you too, Nancy. Thank you for the opportunity. And I want everyone to know that I love you too. I love everyone. And I don't want any one of you to be, I would like the Women Prosperity Network women to be healthy women. Yes. Healthy women and making a difference and shining the light. Yes. And we can go out and amaze the world. And again, amaze actually stands for accountability, management, attraction, zest, and energy.
Yeah, give me some amaze, baby. I love it.
There you go.
All right, everyone, get out there, make it an amazing Wow Wednesday. We'll be back next week with another Wow. Be sure to join us this Saturday for our mastermind. Check your email for upcoming events. We got all kinds of beautiful things to support you in living your best life, enjoying the journey so that you're here not only to thoroughly enjoy it, but to make the impact and create that lasting legacy you're here to do. We love you all. Have a beautiful day. Bye, Joyce.
Bye, Nancy. Thank you again. Let's go and light and amaze the world.
Yes, yes, yes.